Hi everybody, in this video we're going to find the value of cosine of alpha over 2 given the value of sine alpha. Our problem says find cosine alpha over 2 if sine alpha is negative 0.725 and alpha is in quadrant 4. We're going to round our final answer to 4 decimal places. Let's start by looking at the location of alpha. We know that alpha is in quadrant 4. That means alpha is between 270 and 360 degrees. Let's divide all of that by 2, which says 270 over 2 is less than alpha over 2, which is less than 360 over 2. That simplifies to 135 is less than alpha over 2, which is less than 180. This tells us that alpha over 2 is in quadrant 2, and cosine of alpha over 2 will be negative. Because our formula for cosine of alpha over 2 is plus or minus the square root of 1 plus cosine alpha over 2, we can change that to just negative the square root of 1 plus cosine of alpha over 2 because we just said cosine of alpha over 2 is going to be negative. Next, we use the information about the sine of alpha to find the value of cosine of alpha. We know sine of alpha is negative 0.725 and alpha is in quadrant 4. So I drew a triangle in quadrant 4 that is not at all to scale. We can put in the sine of alpha is negative 0.725. We're going to say that the hypotenuse is equal to 1. Then, using the Pythagorean theorem, we can write negative 0.725 squared plus cosine squared alpha will be equal to 1 squared. If I push the negative 0.725 squared to the right, I have cosine squared alpha is 1 minus negative 0.725 squared, which is 0.474375. When I take the square root, I get cosine of alpha is about 0.6887. We'll plug this into our equation for the cosine of alpha over 2. Now we have cosine of alpha over 2 is negative the square root of 1 plus 0.6887 over 2, which is about negative 0.9189.